Have you ever wanted to have a bird's eye view on an area? To have insight? To know what is really going on underneath? How about a realistic map view of an area, not showing mountains, fields, towns and villages, but safety, prosperity, cost of housing, demographics, schools, health services, hospitals, and other essentials for choosing a good area to live in? Let's go on a journey to Cornwall. Why Cornwall? Because you can follow this journey yourself using our freely available maps. We have a map service covering all of England. The rest of the UK will follow. And we are giving away Cornwall for everybody to have a chance to see the riches of what is available. So let us go to our homepage on www.knowyourarea.co.uk. So, where do we start? Go down the page a bit, and there is the Cornwall link, to the right in the page. Click the Access button and wait just a second. Ah, there it is. Scroll down a bit, past the link that can tell you how to make the most of the map, and there is the map. Centred on St Austell. Bird's eye view, but nothing more than any map can give you. You can drag the map around and it updates underneath you. You can zoom in and out using the plus and minus icons at the top left. Useful. Better still, we have a square button underneath and, whoa, the map takes over the whole screen. No distractions, just a map. The second time you press the button, we go back to the old view. Useful. Let's stick with the full screen, shall we? Cornwall is big, so let's focus on one area. There is a little magnifying glass available at the left, so we click it and type in Newquay. Two entries come up. The top one looks like the one we are after, so let's choose it. And there is Newquay. Let's go out a few notches and there we have it, Newquay and surrounding areas. Time for some magic. At the top right is something that looks like a stack of papers. This is where we add overlays. Hover over it, and a wide variety of overlays are suddenly on offer. Let's pick property price, affordability, and gain. And the map is suddenly covered with coloured areas, shades of red, grey, or blue. The bottom right legend tells us that blue is cheap and red is expensive. In the middle is grey, neither expensive nor cheap for the area. What can we see? Moving the mouse over the individual areas gives us more details. Newquay property prices are in the middle of the pack. Further towards Padstow the prices go up, and inwards towards Trewoon and Coombe the prices go down, all useful. It would be more useful perhaps if we could colour the area with the property price rises instead of prices. Well, we can. To the left is a little button that has 3 horizontal stripes. Press it, choose Property, go down and choose Price Rise 1 year. And the whole map is recoloured. The bottom legend tells us that blue is prices going down and red they are going up. And most of the areas have gone down in the last year. Change it to 3 years and it looks better, but overall this is not a prolific area to move to for property speculation. What else? Let's look at living conditions. Most of the area is in the yellow band, and the bottom legend tells us that yellow describes an average area for overall living conditions. The 3 horizontal stripes are still on offer. We can recolour the map for individual living conditions. Income and employment levels are average. Education levels are generally good, so are the health levels. And housing is not good at all. As for specific areas, it is clear that St Morgan is generally doing better than average. Newquay is doing worse. Population density gives the game away. This is a sparsely populated part of England, and the age demographics is even more telling. This is an area dominated by the older generation, especially along the coast. The size of the working population is well down. The crime data paints a more detailed picture. There are crime black spots in central Newquay and a slightly troublesome area in St Columb Major. Other than that, a fairly well-behaved area. Flood risk is another area worth exploring. We can see a few troublesome areas worth avoiding, with increased premiums for house insurance. What about radon gas levels leaking up from the ground? It kills over 1,000 people annually in this country. And Cornwall isn't very good. Most areas have between 10 and 30% of the properties with radon levels in excess of tolerated exposures. Along the coast it is even worse, with up to 100% of the houses in the danger zone. We have covered a number of factors that give us the bird's-eye view of an area. Property pricing, living conditions, age demographics, flooding, and radon gas levels. What we haven't covered are all the individual points in the area. Schools, doctors, dentists, hospitals, nursing homes, any power infrastructure with windmills, solar farms, gas burners, and nuclear power stations. And we won't cover them. Go and explore them yourself and find little gems hidden everywhere. So, in 5 minutes, we have covered an area in Cornwall, seen all the major factors which would make you want to move there, or maybe not. Could we have done it in less? Sure. How about 10 seconds? Go to the highlights layer and you can see the top areas that tick the most spots, good or bad. For each one of them, you get a summary of the reasons. Overall, Newquay is doing well. Good schooling, generally low crime with a few exceptions, good transport, good health facilities, and controlled flood risks. And for an overall summary of Cornwall? Easy. Click on the stars button on the left. It generates a summary for you. Click on the summary link, and there is the report, ready to be printed, in a separate tab. An overall map, key statistics, good towns and villages, and troublesome areas. And finally, graphs that show how property prices have been moving over the last 10 years. Go on, try it for yourself. The maps are open for viewing. This little video was produced using these maps. There are plenty of discoveries to be made. And as for the rest of the country, we have a very reasonable monthly or annual subscription, with the first week free of charge. Compared to the cost of moving to the wrong area, it is a very worthwhile investment. What are you waiting for?